Breaking news tonight, so-called Dirty Diddy drops a Christmas bomb on J-Lo. Good evening, I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
Jay-Z and P. Diddy's accuser comes clean, admits inconsistencies in her allegations amidst hot lawsuit drama between the celebrated rappers and musicians.
How did J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, get dragged in to Sean Combs's nightmare? In the last days, somehow, Jenny from the block finds herself in a whole heap of trouble. Is she the so-called mystery celebrity B that witnessed a rape on an underage girl? I don't believe that, but that's what's out there. Listen.
Many have speculated over the identity of Celebrity B. At first, it was thought the woman could be Beyonce. She met Sean Carter sometime in 1999 and could have been out with her future husband the night of September 7th, 2000. But the speculation has now turned to Sean Combs' significant other at the time, Jennifer Lopez. Paparazzi catch the pair in a heated argument while out together late that night.
Just because there is a photo of Jennifer Lopez in an argument with then boyfriend, I guess you could call him, Sean Combs, does not mean she knew about nefarious activity. There could have been a million reasons she was giving him a big argument, angry with his behavior, other than a felony crime. Come on, you're dating Sean Combs and you're not angry at his behavior? Why are we throwing J-Lo and his pot to stew? Okay, I need to figure out how J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, got dragged into this, as if she doesn't have enough to worry about after that brief and ill-fated marriage to Ben Affleck, Mr. Sad Sack. Why is he so miserable? He's young, healthy, some people think attractive. He's a movie star. Why is he always frowning? That said, that's a whole nother can of worms. You see where this is going. To Lynn Shaw joining me, founder, executive director, Lynn's Warriors, which is an organization dedicated to ending sexploitation and sex trafficking. Lynn Shaw, this is where this is going. Sean Combs, if he has to, will try to use J-Lo to his advantage. He is dragging her down. After all these years, she started a new life. I would be willing to venture she had nothing to do with this. But you don't think Diddy would use her to his benefit if he could to save his own skin? What would a jury believe if J-Lo says, I was there and this did not happen? I was at the club. I didn't see anything like this. He would be using her pristine reputation to help himself, using her.
First of all, I want to go back to something Dr. Bethany was discussing. We don't know. We at the Warriors are the first ones who stand up for women and girls in all of this sexual exploitation. We don't know what Jenny from the block was like in her early to mid 20s. I mean, I'm a New Yorker. She was constantly in the news with Dirty Diddy, this club, that club, the Oscars, parading all over town. So we have to put that aside. We are losing the focus on reality here. My opinion is this case will ultimately come down to minors. That is where we can sew this whole thing up, because all of this speculation, I'm not a lawyer, without proof, without facts, without video evidence, maybe the feds have that. We can go nowhere. We've got to keep the focus on the minors. Why can't J-Lo, Nancy, be talked about? She was with Diddy. They were thick as thieves here in New York and around the country for a couple of years. And you know what? The first thing her mother said after that gun incident, screaming at her, and I have a witness who told me this in the police station, is, I told you to stay away from him. He's bad news. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Get away from him. And then she dumped Dirty Diddy for good. But we've got to look at what we can really hold on to, what's tangible. And we're losing this case. Look what happened with Jay-Z. That whole thing just went away the other day. That's going to go nowhere. That's a dog. As far as J-Lo, why haven't we actually heard more about her when she was the girlfriend? She had to see or hear things or know things. And that is why we have to question her extensively, in my opinion. But again, anything with minors, that's the direction to go to with all of this.
Lynn Shaw joining me from Lynn's Warriors, dedicated to fighting sexploitation of victims. Yes, I find it interesting that reports are emerging. Celebrities are trying to get their hands on these videos. What does that mean to me? It means that there are witnesses. It's hard to believe the state doesn't already have these so-called celebrities that are trying to find videotapes.
You know, Nancy, we don't know yet because the trial is slated for May 2025. But supposedly, when law enforcement went in and raided these mansions, that they got video evidence, but we don't really know. So the evidence is already there. So it may come out anyway of these, celebrities, influencers around these alleged crimes. But what I have to ask you is, of course, this is the oldest thing, Playbook 101, buy off silence, right? So we know. And even if somebody is innocent, they, by association, are concerned that they may have just been at a party. These freak offs, the freak offs allegedly took place later at night after 11 o'clock, we've heard. So we don't really know. But this is just an old tactic, buying off silence.